Yeah, so I'll be a free agent this year, and oh my god, I feel like this is just super exciting. So
Satou Sabally has sparked excitement in the basketball world with rumors swirling about her potential move to the Indiana Fever. Fans are eagerly envisioning a powerhouse team with Sabally joining forces with Clark, who has already made waves with her star power attracting record-breaking crowds and boosting the WNBA's popularity. If the two united, could propel the Fever toward their first championship in decades, setting the stage for an unforgettable season in women's basketball.
There's some buzz out there about Satou Sabally heading over to the Fever, and I'll tell you why. So someone on Twitter found and reposted this comment from TikTok, "Fever will welcome you," that Satou Sabally herself liked, as well as liking this comment, "Would love to see you with the Fever." By the way, shout out to Esok here. I know you and I have chatted a little in my...
Now imagine combining that with Satou Sabally's versatility, experience, and winning mindset. Together they could transform the Indiana Fever into a powerhouse, setting the stage for a game-changing season. Sabally's recent hint at wanting a fresh start has sent shock waves through the WNBA, putting several teams, particularly the Fever, on high alert. Known for her impressive skill set and relentless drive, Sabally is a proven winner at the highest level, as her presence on the Fever would immediately elevate the team, bringing a level of experience and leadership needed to contend for a championship. Indiana has been focusing on building a squad that can compete at the top tier, and Sabally's potential addition fits perfectly into their long-term vision. Her versatile play style, defensive prowess, and scoring ability could complement Clark's star power, creating a dynamic duo that could redefine the Fever's chances of success in the upcoming season. The future is bright for this exciting new chapter.
so it's a lot of movement for me this offseason.
Her drive to succeed, versatility on both ends of the court, and relentless work ethic align perfectly with Indiana's ambitions. Bringing Sabally on board would lay a strong foundation, empowering rising stars like Clark to truly shine in the Fever's pursuit of a championship. But Sabally's potential addition isn't the only major shift the Fever are experiencing. Indiana's management structure is undergoing a seismic transformation, signaling the franchise's readiness to step up to the big leagues. Key leadership changes, including the introduction of Amber Cox to the management team along with the highly respected coaching talent of Stephanie White, are setting the stage for a new era of success.
You know, looking at all these things that people are talking about with Clark, it's like, guys, chill out. Like, she's gonna be fine. Like, it's 2 games in. Are you kidding me? She's a student of the game. She got better every year.
With longtime GM Lynn Dunn and former head coach Christy Sides passing the torch, the Fever are poised for a new era under Cox and White. Stephanie White is more than up for the challenge. Her tactical mind and proven coaching prowess have garnered respect league-wide, known for her exceptional ability to develop young talent. White's experience will be crucial in guiding rising star Clark and creating a winning foundation to support Indiana's renewed ambitions.
That's not the only evidence that Satou Sabally might be leaving the Dallas Wings. In this comment, you have someone saying here, "Satou, please stay in Dallas. Either way, I'll always support." To which her response is, "Dallas will always be my first real American hometown." She said first, as in past tense, as in maybe she's going somewhere else in the future. And Satou Sabally is a free agent next season. My prediction was that the Dallas Wings were going to try to core her, which means the team can decide whether she leaves or stays. But if they did core her, they would have to pay her a max salary cap. I don't really know what's going on with the Wings. They did just fire their coach. They didn't do really well this season. I don't know how organized they are, but maybe Satou does want to go to the Fever.
Stephanie White's arrival couldn't have been better timed. Clark, the young superstar, has not only captured the hearts of fans across the nation, but has already cemented herself as one of the WNBA's most electrifying and impactful players. Her dynamic playing style, deep range shooting accuracy, and relentless competitiveness have attracted unprecedented viewership to the league, transforming the landscape of women's basketball. However, even a generational talent like Clark requires a coach who can channel her raw abilities into something greater, maximizing her full potential. Stephanie White seems perfectly suited for this challenge. Known for her player-focused approach and adaptability, White has a track record of developing players by recognizing and enhancing their unique strengths. This combination could be exactly what Clark needs to elevate her game and propel the Fever to new heights.
Grow into not just the players that they are, but grow into the spotlight that they have, how they lead, how they make their teammates better, how they lift one another up, how they've handled, all of the things that have come their way, and all of those things that come your way are certainly earned when you're put in this position, right? It's like, people say it all the time, like, oh man, you'd hate to be, no, you don't. Like, as an athlete, this is what you want. Right? You want to be the one that is the hunted. You want to be the one that has the opportunity to impact, and not just impacting, little girls and boys, but impacting the game, impacting your team, impacting our culture. And these two have led the way with that. And then you put it together and you've got the point guard and the center. Are you kidding me? Like, you've got the bookends that you want to build around. And these two are the best. And I think that there's so many things that they do well right now, and you saw the difference from the beginning of the season to the end of the season, and how much better they got with one another, how much they could anticipate what one another was going to do, how they facilitated with one another. But there's so much room for growth.
Christie sides the former head coach struggled to fully tap into Caitlin Clark's extraordinary potential. Clark is a big game player, thriving under pressure and shining brightest when the stakes are high. Despite Sid's experience, she couldn't unlock Clark's unique abilities or establish the necessary support to elevate her game. This gap in development led the Indiana Fever to seek a new approach, one with the expertise to manage a rising superstar. Enter Stephanie White. White has repeatedly proven her ability to handle big challenges with her extensive league knowledge and a reputation for player development. She's the ideal coach to bring out the best in Clark. White's tactical brilliance and player-focused approach are exactly what Clark needs to take her game to the next level by emphasizing Clark's strengths and providing a clear developmental path. White is positioned to lead the Fever to new heights, helping them compete at the highest level and giving Clark the tools to thrive.
And to imply that we should just ignore the impact that Caitlin Clark had on this team, this league, this sport. Nah, it doesn't work that way.
Caitlin Clark isn't just a phenomenal athlete, she's a force of personality. Her passion, energy, and charisma have captivated fans across generations, drawing a new wave of support to the WNBA. Clark's magnetic presence on the court and her undeniable talent demand a coach who can harness her boundless energy and channel it into maximizing her potential. This is where Stephanie White steps in, known for her balanced approach to in White brings the right mix of firmness and flexibility. Quality is essential for guiding a standout player like Clark. White's commitment to teamwork and her philosophy of empowering players align perfectly with Clark's needs. This partnership could be exactly what the Indiana Fever have long awaited, where a coach not only understands Clark's game but knows how to elevate it with WH's expertise and Clark's extraordinary talent. This could be the synergy the Fever need to rise to new heights in the league.
Had 16 years with Tamika Catchings as our focal point, so that was a good place to start. And we were a defensive-oriented team, and but I would say,
Which is why I didn't play.
I know it's just all sometime on the court.
Now picture adding Satou Sabally to this lineup. Sabally's presence on the Fever roster could be exactly what Caitlin Clark needs to elevate Indiana into a true championship contender with her valuable experience, and championship mindset. Sabally brings the kind of support that perfectly complement Clark's raw talent. She's been in high-stakes games, knows how to win, and understands the demands of building a title-winning team. Sabally's ability to play multiple positions, score reliably, and defend with intensity would provide the fever with the versatility they've been missing. Her experience combined with Clark's explosive play style could create a dynamic duo, giving Indiana a fierce edge over competitors. Together, they would form a balanced, powerful combination capable of challenging any team in the league. This partnership could potentially change the course of the Indiana Fever's future in the WNBA, making them true title contenders.
Maybe I'm biased, but why wouldn't you want to play with Caitlin Clark? Everyone eats when they play with Caitlin Clark. You'll always get a chance to shoot with her, and it could just increase her brand visibility. And looking at Indiana Fever's cap space, it looks like they have $657,000 left for next season, which is actually a pretty good chunk of change to play with to maybe get a more veteran presence.
Caitlin Clark's impact on WNBA viewership is nothing short of revolutionary. Her entry into the league has sparked an incredible surge in fan interest, with audiences tuning in specifically to witness her talent and game-changing performances. Clark has single-handedly redefined the league's appeal, drawing an unprecedented following and generating excitement the WNBA hasn't seen in years. Recognizing this, the Fever understand that Clark deserves a roster around her that amplifies her abilities rather than relying solely on her to carry the entire team. For Indiana, it's about crafting a balanced squad that complements Clark's strengths and allows her to focus on what she does best, leading the charge with her skill and passion. By building a team that supports her style, the Fever can relieve Clark from carrying the entire load, setting the stage for a more dynamic and sustainable path to success. This approach would ensure that Clark's brilliance isn't isolated but magnified by a well-rounded competitive roster.